Hi, I'm now going to show you how to do the 4-stitch right cable chain. It's just basically done the same as the 4-stitch left cable chain, except you're moving the stitches opposite directions so that you're with your chains, they're varying in directions that they move. And if you're following along with my cable brim slouch pattern, this is row 12 in the pattern. The previous row we've done an E-wrap 1/2, so that there's 2 stitches on pegs that we're going to, on pegs, in this case 4, 5, 6, and 7, which is going to help us create a elongated knit stitch, which makes it easier to move the stitches over for doing the chain. So the first step is to remove the stitches on pegs 4 and 5 to do the right cable chain. And we're just going to pull those back. And actually what I have found what I like to do is just get those stitches all ready so that there's one big long loop. And to do that, I just pull the top stitch off and leave one stitch on. And I like to kind of try to pull it down and even it out so that each one is about equal size. And as you can see, you've got one long wrap. So the first step then is to remove the stitches on pegs 4 and 5. So this is 4. And this is 5. You can, and then you bring them to the center of your loom. You can either put them on a crochet hook, hold them in your hands, put them on a pen. I'm just gonna thread them through a pen for now so that and then again, this is peg 4, stitch from peg 4 and stitch from peg 5. So after you have those removed, the next step is to remove the stitches on peg 6. And we've already done, in this case, I've already removed the top loop. So now I just have this one big loop. And we're going to be moving that and placing that on empty peg 4. So that's the first peg that we had. Now your next step is to remove the stitch on peg 7 and place it on an empty peg 5. So you just take it, move it over. And now these 2 stitches, we want to move the stitch that was on peg 5, place it on to empty peg 7, which was created on step 2, and you're going to move the stitch that was on peg 4 and place it on empty peg 6 that we created when we did step 3 of this. So it's just a matter of removing the 2 stitches and then crossing these over and then crossing back the stitches that were removed. Once you have them moved, it'll kind of look like that. I don't know if you can really see that. I'm trying to get it in focus here so you can see. Doesn't want to focus. So you can see that right here we have the stitches that were from pegs 4 and 5 now placed on 6 and 7. We have the pegs that were on 6 and 7 now placed on pegs 4 or 5 and 4. Now all you do is you're going to knit these 4 pegs using the E-wrap knit stitch. for this pattern. Bringing the bottom over the top. And that's how you do the 4-stitch right cable chain. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for joining me.